Hey yo, what's going on everyone? It's Surrounding 951 and I'm here to bring you a kind of special review on a Gundam related item. And no, it is not the MSIA today, but is a pretty distant cousin, but still nonetheless a cousin of the MSIA line. And here is the HCM Pro RX-178 Gundam Mark II Titans version. Very cool. This is a 1 in 200 scale figure. And you can see the box is very detailed, looks very nice. You got the front of the Mark II Titans version on it. You can show it. It shows some colors that they use for it. Here's the side of the box, and this is a HCM Pro, which stands for High Complete Model Progressive, and I'll get more into detail what that means. And you can see here's a little face of the figure. And again, RX-178 Gundam Mark II Titans prototype mobile suit. Take a look at the back of the box. We got some cool little poses here. We got here it is with the beam saber in the hand as well as the shield. Then you got the beam rifle. It's kind of like in this really cool pose, and it also has its bazooka. And here's some here's some of the stuff it comes with. Here's a Vulcan pod. You can also remove the chest plate, which reveals some of the body, upper body. You got the shield, which also minimized to a smaller form. You got the leg, which, you know, quite a bit of articulation in there. And you got some joint cylinders, which I'll be showing you later, and some other HCM Pro figures that Bandai has to offer. And this is, if you guys don't know, this is the Mark II Gundam from Zeta Gundam. Very cool. And I already took the figure out of the box to make this review a lot quicker. And I already assembled everything, so I'll just put the box in the background and let's get to this review. So here's the figure itself. This is the Mark II Gundam Titans version. Now you can see it's actually really small, and just for comparison, here he is, and here is the MSIA version of it. You can see there is a considerable size difference. However, there are some pros and cons to this HCM High Complete Model Progressive, and I'll be pointing those out during this review. But for now, let's just take a look at the HCM Pro Mark II. So you can see very cool, very small, however very detailed. Let's check out some of the articulation. So in your regular MSIA Mark II Titans version, you only got single jointed knees. Now here you actually got double joints. So let me show you what I mean. So you got 1 and then 2. So you got both joints moving, giving it a bit more articulation. Very nice. You got pretty good articulation. The leg actually goes like that. Pretty nice there. The ankle has some serious articulation. You can see how much it has there. And a cool little thing to know is actually these little cylinder pistons actually go up into the figure. I could get a better view. See how they actually go up a bit, which is very cool. It's a nice little detail to add, and it's very noteworthy. You also got your little 03 unit insignia on there as well on the knee. And what's very cool to know is that you get some extra articulation with the legs because of the movable skirt armor. See how much goes up, kind of moves up. So with that moving of the front skirt armor, it allows the leg to go quite a bit up for better articulation, or for like that pose how you saw in the box where he was sort of like that. So like, see, something your regular MSIA really couldn't do unless you got an extended, or yeah, basically just like an extended MSIA, maybe even not that, you know. Other things to note, hands are all on ball joints. This is really cool, so you got a lot more articulation there. Has a couple different hands. I'll be showing you all accessories as well. See ball jointed hands. So very cool. Also, articulation in the arms is very good. You got the shoulders, which actually move up and down. So if I could get that showing, see they go up and down, lifting his armpits, and they also go around. So not just going up and down, but they also go around. So that's something pretty cool. Usually you don't see that unless you got extended or possibly a version 2 figure. It also has Vulcan pods on here, which I already put on here. You get 2 different Vulcan pods. You get this nice MSIA plastic, the PVC, which is a durable and kind of bendable. And then you also get this alternate ABS plastic, which is a hard plastic, but it kind of gives a more I guess you could say refined look. You know, it's supposed to give a bit more detail, but I just put the MSIA plastic one on there. Take a look at the backpack. You got the same thing as the MSIA one, except these little tubes right here aren't MSIA plastic, so they're kind of just in there, so they can't go all the way back, but they do move around a bit. Same with this one. No articulation. The boosters are just there, but still very nice and detailed. We also got the O3 unit on the butt here. The little butt thingy does not come off, so you can't store the bazooka back there, unfortunately. So we kind of covered everything. Also, your beam saber hilts do not come out of there. They're part of the mold. Just a note. So now that we kind of covered all that, let's go over the accessories. So as you can see here, we got the nice beam rifle, very cool on a ball joint. And these accessories do not come apart from the hands. They are molded and part of the hands. And you kind of have to construct some of these, you know. It's like I said, it's half model kit, half action figure. You know, it's already pre-assembled, but you get to put some stuff together, such as the weapons and accessories. And just to show you what I mean, basically, the weapons I took out were in these little plastic things, similar to how model kit is. Pretty cool, and you just pop them out, try to get them out, or cut them out with scissors or pliers or something. And they actually include this one, which is a PVC plastic, and it even says PVC right there. It's kind of hard to see. You can see it says PVC and it says Bandai, and that was for the Vulcan pod, which is right here in the ear. It was very cool, and you know, you could use that for doing some modifications. So I'm probably going to save this for my action figures if I ever need to use this PVC plastic. Very cool. So again, let's go over the accessories. So similar to the MSIA, you get your shield. And one thing to note before I go into accessories, the color is very nice. You have this dark royal blue, which looks more like a true Titans color than the MSIA blue Titans color, unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer, but nonetheless very nice that they were able to implement that kind of nice dark royal blue onto the HCM Pro. So let's get to accessories. So you can see you get your shield, very cool, very nice, and it pops on via peg to hole. So here's the peg, here's the hole in the shield. There's 2 spots. There's one peg here, which it was right now, and you can also plug it to the front for a different kind of look. You can see here it is now. You can kind of just move the arm around or whatever, however you want. But I'm gonna just put it back on the old one. So very cool. And I have to know, you want to be kind of careful with this stuff, because some of these parts, like I said, it is ABS plastic. It's not the durable PVCs, most of it. So I would do say be careful with some of the parts. I almost broke this little peg thing for the shield when I was trying to put it in. Can't really see it too well, but there is a white mark right there, which is a stress mark. And what I did was I was trying to put it on before I put this piece on the arm, which I shouldn't have done. Luckily, it didn't snap or anything, so everything's okay. But definitely still want to be careful, because these guys are not fully PVC durable. I mean, the only thing that's PVC is some parts of it, such as this Vulcan pod, and also this V-fin, which I put on it. And this V-fin is the original one it comes with. It's like I said, PVC plastic. That's you're able to bend it without it breaking really. And you come with both the PVC and the ABS plastic one, which I'm gonna put on right now. See, this one's a little bit more detailed. It matches the color of the mobile suit since it's painted with certain paint that matches the ABS plastic, I guess. And just put that on there safely so I don't destroy anything. See, it gives it a different look. Very cool. And I'm willing to try how that chest armor piece comes off. I'm like, oh, there it goes. Let's see here. Haven't tried this yet. Very cool. You can see you got some exposed chest here. Doesn't really expose where the pilot's at, just kind of there for some extra detail. And you can pop that back on. So very cool. There's like little things here and there that makes it a little bit apart from the MSIA, but nonetheless, still very cool. So I'm gonna switch the weapons, and just one thing to note: this beam rifle has this little grip, which I attached, and you could take it off by wiggling it off. You want to be careful because could break it when taking it off. But this comes off. You could switch it to like a side stock kind of thing, so it's like that instead of being folded. So there's little details here and there which are very cool. But I'm gonna keep it folded so it doesn't get in the way. It stays on a little better. See, it's back to being folded. And here's one of the hands. I'll be switching the hands real quick. So this is just like a little open hand I kept on there. Take off the hand. Again, these hands are all on ball joints, so it's really cool, and I kind of lost that. Yes, see, ball jointed hands. Excuse me. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take off the shield real quick so I can make this easier for me. We're going to start putting all the accessories. So let me just show you all the accessories you get. You get this bazooka that you have to assemble somewhat. The one that the Mark II comes with. You get 2 beam saber hands, and the beam sabers are attached to the hands. They're part of the mold. They do not come off. You get your shield, your beam rifle hand, and your beam rifle with the hand also molded to it, which you also have to somewhat build. You get 3 hands, 3 extra hands. You get like these 2 grasping hands almost. Very cool. And you get 1 kind of trigger finger looking hand, but not sure what it's used for. And like I said, you get the Vulcan pod, which is the ABS plastic one, which is right here, and the PVC plastic one, which is on here on his head right now. And very cool. And you get the 2 V-fins, the ABS plastic one, which is the hard plastic, and the PVC plastic, which is the soft plastic. So now I could go over the weapons. So let's go over the dual. Let's go over dual beam sabers. And let me just say, it's very comfortable to put in these hands. I don't have to really force them in, and they don't feel like they're going to break when you take them off, which is very nice. Very cool. Let's see here. Beam sabers are very nice looking. They're the ABS plastic, and they're very nice because they're see-through. And I mean, for the figure being so small, it has a lot of detail put into it, which is very nice. And I could appreciate that. I mean, the reason why I was kind of sucked into these figures because their size and how I heard they had really good articulation. Similar to model kits, but they're around the size of an MSIA, just a bit smaller. And so far, I like the figure. I really do. Very cool figure. Was really trying to see how these HCM Pros are. Again, similar to model kits, durability wise, they're a bit more durable, but I wouldn't say they're the most durable. You want to be careful with them. With the ball joint hands and everything, you know, they're a bit more, could do a bit more with them, but still want to be kind of cautious with them because it's, again, this is an ABS plastic, and it's not your MSIA, which is, you know, pretty pretty durable, you know. So very cool though. I mean, they're small enough to where you could have a lot on one shelf without filling up your shelf. You know, compared to a model kit, which is like maybe a 1/44 scale or bigger. You know, you're gonna have a big old model kit taking up, you know, a lot of room on your shelf. And with these, you know, they have the model kit feel without being the model kit size, and I think they're very cool. For being so small, like I said, they do pack a lot of detail in them, some more than others, and I think this is really cool. I picked mine up for $20 with shipping included. Overall, this certain HCM Pro, I would give it like, I don't know, 9 out of 10. The only reason I give it the one less point is because, of course, this is more of a model kit, and it's not the MSI plastic I love, or MSI durability that I love and know. But with this extra ABS, you know, plastic, you know, there's a lot more detail. You got these double jointed legs. You got this crazy articulation in the ankles, and it's phenomenal. It has so much flexibility in there. No double jointed arms, but you do have the ball jointed hands. I mean, this is probably all stuff that the extended version of this guy does anyway, but it's really cool to see him in an even smaller form than the MSIA. I mean, like I said, so much bang for your buck in such a small package. It's really awesome to see this. Like I said, I really wanted to explore a little out of my comfort zone outside of the MSIA line and see what else there was. I mean, I know Bandai does offer a lot of good products, including its model kits, known for pretty good detail. But I don't know, I gotta admit, I would probably buy another one of these. I'm not sure which one, but they're definitely worth looking into if you're a model kit person, or if you're looking for something else within the similar to the MSIA line. I really do like this guy. I think it's extremely cool. I would recommend it, honestly. Again, not the same durability as your MSIA, but good enough. I mean, this guy really isn't meant to be played with. Again, he's like a model kit meant for display, meant for kind of showing off. And you know, he has a lot of poses that he could do and all that. So very cool nonetheless. But just not good for standard playing or you know, heavy moderate use. But again, I could appreciate the detail that went into this figure, and it's very awesome. I'm gonna try to get the I don't think I can. I was going to try to get the oh yeah, I can. The minimized version of the shield, which I'm gonna do right now. Uh-oh. Didn't sound good. Hold on. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta be careful because you don't want to end up breaking your little HCM Pro. I mean, it's very cool, but again, not very durable. So, and here's the minimized shield. I don't want to plug it in all the way because I almost messed it up right now. Here it is, minimized. You can see, pretty cool. Very awesome. And you know, I mean, like I said, for its size, very impressive what it could do. Very much a lot of attention to detail, and I mean, they're pretty cool. Honestly, they're really awesome. For me, I feel like this paint job's pretty spot on. I like it because it's a dark royal blue. In comparison to the MSIA, you know, you're not getting that same color. With the MSIA, you're getting more of this lighter kind of blue. Again, not as deep dark blue as this HCM Pro. But you know, there is a reason why I love the MSI, and because of their durability, and you know, they do have some pretty good attention to detail as well. But these HCM Pros are really cool. You know, size doesn't matter. I don't know. I really like them because with their size, you know, you could easily put like 30 on a shelf and you still have enough room for another 30 or something, you know, in comparison to a big model kit or even your MSIA collection. You know, you could put a lot of these guys on the shelf or something. Very cool, very nice, but they can be very expensive. I seen the heavy arms HCM Pro going for like $50, which is, I think, is outrageous. I would never pay $50 for one of these. I mean, I like them, but I don't like them that much because for me, there's really not that much play value unless you're really trying to break one of these guys. They're just, they're cool, but they are delicate. Again, these are like baby model kits, but then they're not. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with them. They're really awesome. Again, I would recommend them to any collector of Gundam. Very convenient to store, just very cool looking. But never will be able to replace the MSIAs I have, honestly. But nonetheless, a very cool figure and something to look into again if you are a Gundam fan of any series. Not much else to say. So overall, 9 out of 10. Love it, just not as durable as MSIA, and that's about the only complaint, you know. And as I keep saying, only reason it's not durable is because or as durable is because it's ABS plastic similar to the model kit. Other than that, I'm pretty much done ranting about this figure. Very cool, and if you could find one for $20 or cheaper, definitely recommend picking it up. I wouldn't spend more than $25 for one of these, honestly. But that's about it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the long, really talkative video. And until then, I'll see you later.